Happy Sunday, Wanderers! Welcome to our Sunday live stream. It's been a few weeks since we've chatted with you all, and we're super excited to kick things off.
Tonight, we are here in the Airstream in the Tampa Bay, Florida area, and we honestly weren't really expecting to still be here in Florida.
That's true.
But we've had a little bit of a crazy last handful of weeks. Whole lot of really great stuff.
Yeah.
Couple of
Tampa RV show.
Little crazy things.
Right? That's fun.
Yes. So we started down here in the Tampa Bay area specifically for the RV show. So if we got to see y'all at the RV show, first of all, that was the greatest. And second, it was incredible.
It
really
was
overwhelming.
It was way overwhelming. There were so many RVs at the RV show in Tampa. It was
a lot.
Insane. I mean, everything from like tiny little RVs to like really massive, like $2.5 million RVs.
Truth.
And everything literally in between. We've got a bunch of people popping on here. Mr. Nault is not joining us this evening. He wanted to leave a note here, but we did give him a shout out when we toured Newmar in the last video.
Because that was my favorite A class.
It definitely was. There was a lot to look at there. Hello, Malia. Hello, Elizabeth. Hey, how's it going? Superheroes of Summer. What's going on? What's going on,
Christina? It's good to hang out with y'all tonight. Mike, H. Shalom, Ignition 1991. Hey, Bill. It's good to see you.
Say hello to Olivia.
Doing good. Demetrius, hello. It's nice to meet you too. We're excited that you're hanging out with us tonight. The Getaway Gang. It was so great to meet y'all too, because that was the next thing that we got to do. So we got to meet a whole lot of amazing creators at the Tampa RV show.
So many.
And then to make that even better, afterwards, we drove about, I don't know, 45 minutes north to Auburndale, Florida, which is like the middle of nowhere.
As someone who grew up in Florida, Auburndale is, there's not a lot out there. I'll just leave it at that. Except for there is
brand new campground out there that is Margaritaville.
Yeah.
And it's licensed as a Margaritaville, but still is family owned. And it is probably one of the nicest campgrounds we've been to in the last year and a half.
Easily.
Which says a lot.
I honestly think the only thing that can even compare to it, because it has that newness to it and everything is just like so fresh. Is a campground we visited in Utah, where actually, Bill, you came to visit us. That campground was like brand new. This is very, very similar. The spots are huge. All the hookups are in the perfect spot. I mean, just a very, very well laid out property. So that was really, really cool.
It was beautiful. But Jessica from Snow Dogs Vlogs, we're bummed you didn't get to come to Florida too. We miss you. John Pierre, thanks for coming and hanging out. Hey, Kyle, hope Tennessee is treating you well, sir. Bobby, Retired Life. Let's see. Okay, so.
Well, sounds like Kyle. Kyle, you're in Smyrna.
That is Tennessee.
Oh, well, there's New Smyrna here in Florida. Did you know?
Oh, that's two different places, goofball.
Adventure Seeker, good question. Are we changing rigs? You just never know with us. I think we were just like, there's something called decision paralysis when you see like too many options. That's kind of where we're at right now. We're kind of digesting everything we looked at. I mean, it was overwhelming to see all of the different rigs.
Yeah, it really was 100% true. So this week we literally have had so much going on between the Tampa RV show, the content creators event, me being over 6 months pregnant now, that we didn't have time to put together our video this week. And so that's the reason we're doing a live, but it's been a while since we've done this and we're thrilled to get to hang out with y'all. But next week we are going to be talking about what about our Airstream? What do we love?
That's true.
What do we hate?
And it's a perfect time to do it since we're sort of considering, should we keep the Airstream, should we not? So we figured we would make a list of like all of our favorite things and all the things not so much.
Because there are a couple of those. And I mean, we love our Airstream, but nothing is perfect.
And I think that, there's a lot of people that follow us that are also starting to shop for Airstreams. And I think it's always important to be open and honest about our feelings about the whole thing. So that's exactly what we're going to do, because there's no such thing as a perfect RV, and we're going to kind of lay out some of the things that are perfect and maybe not so perfect.
Yep. So if this is the first time you're joining a live with us and you aren't subscribed to our channel yet, you'll want to see that video. So make sure to subscribe. Aren't y'all proud of me for doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, and other things that we always are supposed that we never say, but we're supposed to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment because that's good.
What's
for
that
you
other like that you're? Oh, and ring the bell. There's like a little bell next to subscribe, and that lets you know when our next video releases. That way you get notifications by email and some other stuff too.
Okay, so we're usually the worst YouTubers ever and never say any of that stuff, so we're just knocking it out of the front.
We're like hardly ever ask anybody to subscribe ever, so we're trying to be better about that.
But the Getaway Gang asks, are we going to any other RV shows anytime soon?
Soon, no, but we are having some conversations about doing a meetup, and that's one of the things we wanted to talk to everybody about tonight. If we were to do a meetup, and we've got a lot of fun things sort of that we would plan for this meetup, what is the least or most, what is the appropriate amount of time you would want in order to show up to this meetup?
Set up a plan, because y'all know we're not planners. But if we're going to put together a meetup, which we think would be so much fun, we want to make sure y'all have enough time to get to wherever we're going to set it up at. So we're thinking maybe like late summer after Baby Fernandez makes an appearance, but would love to get you guys' insight and also thoughts about where in the world we should do it, or where, obviously we're in the US, we should do it.
Maybe not in the world, but yeah, in the
because
US.
We are really, really excited about making 2022 the year we finally do our first meetup.
100%. We're going to actually have somebody help us with it this time. So that's going to be super, super exciting. And they're used to planning like epic events. And Paul, this is like, none of this is going to be Airstream specific. This is just like wander local. If you're awesome specific, then you show up to this.
Yes,
because we're going to do some fun stuff.
Okay, retired life. Y'all ask how I'm feeling. I feel amazing. So we are just past 24 weeks. We have definitely had a little bit of a crazy run for the last couple of weeks. And we'll fill y'all in on all the details later. But the biggest thing is that Daniel and I can't travel anymore. My pregnancy is more high risk than we originally thought. And because of that, we're going to have to stay in Florida until Baby Fernandez arrives. So Baby Fernandez is 100% healthy. It would take a hot minute and need some graphics for me to show y'all this weird, rare thing that I have. So we'll talk about that in one of our upcoming videos. But the good news is I feel really good. We just have to be safe.
Yeah, there's maybe some pregnancy hurdles. But I just look at it as Baby Fernandez really wanted to be born in Florida, because we can't travel anymore. So we're going to be sort of in the Florida market or area.
But the good news
is seeing a bunch of cool stuff.
The weather is the bestest here.
It's fantastic.
And like Paul just mentioned, it's shocking. We're not actually in Texas right now, even though they're having cold weather. We were thinking that it was us that brought the crazy weather to Texas about a year ago.
That's so true.
But we're in Florida, so poor Texas is just struggling on its own.
It's a good segue.
That is a great segue.
Texas, you want to talk about that?
So at the RV Content Creators event, we met all sorts of incredibly
amazing people there.
But we also met another couple, Christina and Sean from Pause for Love. And if y'all haven't seen their YouTube channel or haven't followed them on Instagram,
they do a lot on Instagram.
They're amazing. They travel the country in an RV as well with their two puppies now. They're both Goldens. One is Nash and the other one is a baby puppy named Maverick. So in case you need like happy heart time, following them on Instagram with all the puppy pictures is a real thing.
Jessica with Snow Dogs, you're definitely going to want to check out their new puppy too. We've become obsessed with your puppy, and then this is another cute puppy that we're also obsessed with.
Truth. So, but anyway, we found out over dinner with Sean and Christina that apparently our Texas Freeze video is like the #1 video that refers traffic to their Texas Freeze video.
And I think like vice versa. So that's been interesting as well. So we figured
it only made sense for us to introduce y'all to Christina and Sean from Pause for Love and do a live stream with them and all laugh our butts off at the stupidity
Texas experience
of what happened to both of us in the Texas Freeze, which crazy enough, this time last year, we were in Galveston.
That's right.
In Texas, and it was like literally maybe a day or two, because I think it was Valentine's Day night that that the snow started falling, which was, we were so unprepared.
It's so true.
So unprepared.
We were not prepared.
So are Christina and Sean from Pause for Love, which makes us feel a little bit better.
But since we've had a lot of positive feedback from that video, like for instance, I can see you, Aaron Thor, popping in there. You gave us a ton of feedback as well, and Paul, you did as well. So I mean, like, we got a lot of feedback after that Texas video, but we got our butts handed to us, which is no big secret. Like, we're not going to sugarcoat it.
Truth.
We just call it like it is.
But in addition, John asked, do we know the Less Junk, More Journey family? And we got to meet them at the Tampa RV show and then hang out more with them at the content creators event in Auburndale. Yeah. And of course, they are just like beyond the nicest people. Marissa and I had things to talk about for days, and she let me pick her brain on what it's like to bring a newborn home in the Airstream, which was amazing, considering there's like a very few number of us who are quite crazy enough to do that.
That's true. And they traveled with the exact same length Airstream that we had when they brought.
They were in a classic Airstream too when they brought their little boy home.
And we had so many comments from you guys saying, go talk to Let's Check More Journey. So like literally getting to hang out with them.
It was awesome.
Yeah, in a casual atmosphere. They're just like the nicest people, honestly.
But if y'all haven't seen on our community page, the Wander Local Airstream made a guest appearance on their video from last week. And we're giving away swag to people who guess the right timestamp for where you can find it. So if you haven't checked out that video yet, I'll throw a link to it right here in the reworked version of this thing. And you can check it out. See if you can spot the Wander Local Airstream. And if you do, message us on Facebook or Instagram. Might win some swag.
Caesar, hello, my friend. Gosh, I'm trying to get to all these comments here. Becky, again, how's the baby doing? We kind of covered that a little bit. Mario coming in from Facebook. Yes, we're actually streaming this on Facebook and YouTube. Kyle, you're saying summertime is a good time to meet up. That's a great point there. Elizabeth. Yeah, any food cravings?
Elizabeth, are you talking to me or are you talking to Daniel?
I mean, I feel like she's carrying the baby, but I am like most of the time carrying like food babies. I'm eating so much. I don't know what it is. Like,
so true story. I went to the grocery store today.
Goodness.
I did so good. Like, I have a whole list of the salads that I'm making this week and like all this healthy food. And I get back with my tabbouleh and like all the good stuff. Yeah. I send Daniel out for an errand. He comes back from the grocery store and has ice cream bars.
Listen, they're only 100 calories. Of course, I'll probably eat like 6 of them. So that's, but I mean, yeah, I need to really get back into running again. Man, it's Pappy's Tesla. Hello. Thanks for joining us tonight. San Antonio Mobile Auto Detailer. Hello, my friend. Coming in from Texas again. We're kind of glad we're not in Texas. We have some friends in Texas right now. We have a lot of friends in Texas right now. Some of them are you. So we're glad we're not there right now. The snow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's real.
So you want to kick some stuff off with want to kick us off?
We might as well.
We are doing tonight, Would You Rather, and that's a theme. So as much as you would love to hear what we'd rather do, we love seeing what you guys rather do in with these questions. So please comment with your answers, and we look forward to seeing them.
Okay, and if you haven't seen our this or that version of our live stream, it's somewhat similar to that. Daniel has handcrafted even a series of 16 questions.
It gets a little bit longer. We're just
okay,
gonna
20 questions
we'll
total.
See how many we get through. We'll just spitball here and we'll see how many we get
okay,
through.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we have these handy dandy little whiteboards and we're going to ask the questions. And then y'all, we want you to leave your answers as well in the comments. And then we'll let you know what we think. And of course, we're always happy to answer y'all's questions as we go. All right. Drum roll, please. Question number 1. Would you rather camp in an RV or in a tent? If y'all have seen any of our videos, y'all know Daniel's answer to this.
You don't even need to guess my answer. You already know it. Would you rather camp in an RV or a tent? Would you rather? What's your answer? Drop it in the comment. And Joe, yes, I am definitely doing what is considered nesting. I'm nesting by like hoarding the food, all the food I see, and just shoving it in this orifice here whenever I can. I need to. Oh my goodness, I've gained so much weight. It is what it is.
It's like, okay, Daniel, let's see your very surprising answer.
RV.
Okay. I'm of course saying RV too, but I want to try the tent soon.
I agree with that.
I mean,
I'm all for it. There's just, with the baby and stuff, I think we might have to like wait a little bit. Maybe
he has figured out excuses for like the last year and a half as to why we shouldn't tent camp. I think we should do it before the baby.
I mean, that would make for some interesting content. We could totally do that. We should probably film a video where we RV tent because
RV tent.
Well, like an RV, and then we could have like a tent going off of the door. So if we don't like it, I could just climb back into the RV.
It's very non-committal, honey.
That is non-committal.
Okay, I'm stealing yours because yours has an eraser on the back.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So I don't think, do we have anybody who said tent? I see that Kyle said they tent camp for years. James, you say both, and I think that is awesome. Let's see. All right.
Okay, so Kyle, you tent camped for years. It really isn't a contest. I agree with you. Pappy Tesla, the weight limit of the classic Q bed, I don't know, but I'm going to find out for you after this, and I promise I'll get back to you. Paul used to primitive camp, but you said you're too old for that. You know that nonsense? Yeah, I agree with that. That's my answer.
Any such thing as too old. Whatever.
Okay. Next question is, would you rather camp on a beach or in the mountains? Would you rather? It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather camp on a beach or in the mountains?
I'm being complicated tonight. My answers are long.
We've got some answers coming in here. H. Shalom with the mountains, Joe with the beach, Paul with the mountains, Pappy with the beach, Getaway Gang coming in here with the beach, and Justine with the mountains, Brad, beach right away.
Okay.
I feel
like we're kind of split here.
Yeah. A beach as long as it's warm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
John,
that's a caveat for everything.
That.
What's that? Beach salt air is the best.
We can just assume we're chasing good weather because now we kind of know how to do that, at least better than we used to.
Yeah. Timothy, can you choose both? You can do whatever you want. So you put what?
Yes, Timothy, you can choose both.
So Timothy, there you go. She chose both. She did not make a decision. Well, I guess you did make a decision.
The best beaches have mountains in the background.
I mean,
look, Benjamin agrees too. Can it be
true.
both, like at Mountain Lake?
Okay.
Yes, and that's the very, very best. Absolutely.
Y'all are hacking this game already. I see how it's going. No dress rehearsal. Yes, both. That's amazing. Okay. Wow, I like these. That was a little more split than the RV versus tent. Like RV versus tent, everybody's like RV, but mountains versus beach.
Truth.
Yeah. I feel like that was split a little bit. Okay. So, question number 3. Get ready.
Okay. Question number 3 is,
would you rather go hiking, fishing, or relax in hot springs? You've got 3 options for this one.
3 options.
I know. I'm mixing things up here too, right?
Okay,
I'm mixing some stuff up here.
Fishing or relax in hot springs.
Yes. So those are your 3 options: hiking, fishing, or hot springs.
Like you only get to choose one this time.
Well, I mean.
Oh yes, Benjamin says hike to the hot springs. I'm so on board with this. Okay, I'm gonna be fair this time.
Those are some good answers. I love how you guys are like making it work for all of the answers, the options.
I'd hike to go fishing. Yep, I feel like that's a good.
Okay.
How about hiking to a river to fish in that's fed by hot springs? Extra points, Kyle. That's hilarious. This is gonna be funny, I think. Okay, Daniel, what is yours?
Mine is hot springs with massage.
Okay, so you're not even hiking to a hot spring.
No,
You're
no,
just,
no. If I
going
could be
to
like,
Hot Springs National Park and going to the spa.
yeah. So if I could be like, I'm not against the mountain aspect, but if I could be like airdropped on the top of a mountain and then there's like a place to get a massage there with some hot springs, that's. Oh man, I sound so bougie.
I decided
Yeah,
that I would go with just a one answer, and if I have to pick between the three, I'm gonna pick hiking.
RV want to be hiking, then fishing, then relax in the hot springs. That is amazing. We've heard there's a lot of hot springs out west, especially in places like Oregon. We have not been to Oregon yet, so we are super excited to get back out west.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, we see a lot of like people from like Instagram posting these like amazing videos and content from just like, it seems like random hot springs. Just
we'll get to go back out there eventually.
Oh, got it.
Yep.
Okay, next question, Lauren. This one is for you. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay.
Oh, this is not a good one. This one's hard.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 4 is: would you rather go to a national park or a state park? And you can't choose both. You have to pick one.
Oh, that's a tough one because, national park versus state park. Would you rather?
I feel like there's so much context that is relevant.
I know there's a lot of variables there, so like that makes it a little more difficult.
Okay. What are you putting, Daniel? Okay, I'm seeing state park, national, state park, BLM, real.
BLM is a good one. I like that. Okay, and Ben, you're saying national parks tend to have more complete facilities, support in the area. Terry, you're saying state park. Okay. James, you're saying state park. State parks will be less crowded. Okay.
Paul? I'm with you.
National. You have your lifetime pass.
RV want to be. State parks are less crowded, and so that tends to be.
I'm going to go with national park with a reservation because we all know how hard it can be to get a reservation. So there's like no point in going unless you.
That's true. Well, if you want to actually like RV camp in the park, you definitely are going to need like a year advance notice.
Yeah, you're not just going to like drive up to Yellowstone.
No.
You just like pull up with your camper and just, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
Give us the best RV spot.
Love Subbin says state park, but Corps of Engineers for the win. We have heard really, really good things about those campgrounds too.
Nice.
Love that.
Cascades and Glacier, definitely national. That's very, very cool. Pappy's, you've got a national disabled vet pass.
Hey,
that's pretty cool. And not a train, national park off season. That's a good caveat.
That's a very, very good caveat.
If I could change my answer, that's what it would be. It would be national park off season. I totally get that.
Well, I also really like the state parks because their camping tends to be cheaper than the national parks.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're just not as well visited.
With the state parks?
Yeah, which is.
And there's a lot of gems out there that are just sort of not as well known. Was it Oliver Lee Memorial State Park was pretty much one of the coolest places we've been to.
I know, we love that place.
A lot of people didn't even know it
Mexico.
existed. Yeah.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good point, Islam. For National Forest, you don't need a reservation. Bill, you're saying how do you get a lifetime pass for the national parks? You have to be like a member for a certain number of years.
Pass, but I don't know how that works. That's interesting.
Yeah. What is the trick there to getting a lifetime pass for the national parks? I'm curious to know that. Very, very cool. Okay. So
this is a goofy question.
No, hey, these are the questions. You just have to ask them.
I think didn't you come up with all these?
No. Well, I mean, I did hit the Google,
I'm
I hit the Googles.
Fun of this question, but let's do it.
I hit the Googles for a few of these. So the next question is, if you were fishing, would you rather eat it or throw it back into the water? That's your, would you rather? Would you rather, if you're going fishing, you're catching some raw fish, I don't necessarily know what that fish is. Could be grouper or salmon, or would you rather
it's live, it's not raw.
Would you rather eat it? Well, I don't mean like literally eat it right out of the water, but
you're a dork.
Yeah. Are you gonna eat your fish or are you throwing it back?
Throw it back, eat it.
Nice. Okay, throw it back and cook a steak. Sorry. That's a good one. That's a good one. Malay, you're saying you're throwing it back. Paul, you're saying throwing it back. That is amazing. Okay, so Bill, you have to turn 62. Okay, to get the national lifetime pass. Okay. That's pretty cool. And Pappies, you're saying retired vets get disabled vets free national park passes. Very, very cool. World Share, you're saying eat it. Awesome. We're going to have to eat it with some charcuterie. Right, my friends?
Truth.
All right, so it says Al, you're saying depends on the fish. Eat it. That's a good point.
I already let you know. I'm gonna throw it back, kind of go.
Yeah, we don't eat meat, so and that includes fish. So we're gonna be throwing it back. Honestly, unless there's somebody around me that enjoys fish, then I'll just give it to them. So my dad used to do. We grew up fishing, and my dad doesn't eat fish. He eats meat and everything, but just not fish. And we grew up fishing all the time, and we just catch the fish and we would just give it to other people on the pier or the docks, and they loved it. So they didn't have to do much.
If I caught a crab, I might eat that.
Catch and release on the pan. Javi, I love that. I love that.
Oh no, you stole the racer. That's the whole point of me.
I like the catch and release in the pan. I think my dad would say that too. That's pretty funny. Eat it. If it's small, throw it back. That's a good point. And in some instances, you have to throw it back if it's too small or too big, true. Actually. Can't get a vegan fish, Benjamin.
Yeah, that would be kind of hard. Although they do make vegan sushi. So like
they do. They do.
Okay.
Yeah. And Terry, okay.
Next question.
Let's do this.
Question number 6. If hiking, would you rather take a long hike without hills or a short climb? Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, they both have, it's like pros and cons there. A long hike with no hills or a short hike with a climb.
John, I'm so with you on Hit a Crab Shack. That is probably the only meat that I would like make an exception for. I love crab. Ooh, World Share, legit.
Short climb equals better view. That's a good one. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Long hike with no hills. Okay.
I feel like this question from No Dress Rehearsal was like,
what's the view? So there's caveats here. Okay, we're throwing out some caveats. That's a good one.
I don't know what to
the climb will probably get you a rewarding view. You would think. We've been on a couple of hikes where we got to the top of the mountain and there was just nothing but like we found ourselves like nestled in trees and had a hard time finding a view. So it definitely does depend. Neither back to the hot springs and massage.
That seems fair.
That is so awesome. That's a good answer. That is a great answer, actually. Adventure Seeker, you're saying short climb. H. Shalom, you're saying you can't hike anymore. Well, if you can't hike anymore, then you're getting airlifted up to the top of the mountain with me and we're getting some massages. Getting some massages. And,
okay, I'm going short hike with hills. Although I love a really, really good long hike, but I think I'm gonna do the short hike with hills. What are you picking?
I will definitely do the climb. It's all about the climb.
I feel like
as Miley Cyrus would say. I don't want to sing. That will just we'll lose everybody if I start singing.
Nobody wants to hang out with us if you start singing.
It is all about the climb. Yeah, I do think that you probably get a better view, and it just seems like it's more rewarding. Like I don't know. I guess distance is more rewarding as well. I
think it depends on the day.
It depends on the
day. I'm with y'all on it depends on the view and
there's some variables.
Things. Yep. Legit.
San Antonio, you're saying my wife thought you said hike with pills.
No. That's a bad idea. Hiking is a clear-headed sport for a lot of reasonable reasons.
Retired life lifestyle, long hike, no hills is a heavy. Call me an Uber. I like it. I like that. Yes.
I really like Texas fans though.
Yeah.
Hot springs and massage is great.
I know, right? Okay, so this is a really, really good one.
Is it though?
And this is really relevant to this particular week. So here is the would you rather, and I am so interested to hear this one, the answers for this one. Would you rather camp in freezing cold weather or super hot temperatures? You've only got one. You have got to choose one or the other. Freezing cold or super hot? What do you want to do? I mean, you probably don't want to do either one, but if you had to choose one, you choosing super cold or super hot?
You already wrote yours down really fast.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting some, oh gosh, wow, we're getting some really good answers. I'm so excited to see these answers. Bill, you're saying cold weather, retire Ollie lifestyle. Okay, so freezing cold, hot with good AC. These caveats are amazing. I love it.
Well, if you're hot, you have to be on full hookups because you cannot boondock in miserably hot weather.
Again, more, it's like cold with good heaters. There's some good caveats here. Like
I like Kyle.
I can only put on more clothes. I can only take off so many. Take so many off. Yeah, cold for me. This Vermonter says super hot. Okay,
Love 7.
Definitely freezing cold. Elizabeth, neither. I am with you. Paul, you're taking hot. Cold, that's another good one, but you can't legally keep taking them off. That is my favorite answer. That is hilarious. Super cold with good heater, super hot, but I'm Canadian. That's amazing. Good answer, Al. Al, you probably think we're ridiculous being Canadian with how we act in some of this cold weather. Let's see. Super hot. It was 111. Oh my goodness. Super hot. Okay, so
that's horrible.
Wayne. Hi, nice. Okay, so I'm picking.
What are you picking?
Oh, I guess we're not hanging out. You put not. Freezing temperatures with skiing. Oh, okay. Okay. After Texas last year, I'm going with hot, and I will find a body of water to jump in, I think, to cool off. I guess there's like caveats, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. There's definitely a lot of caveats. I wouldn't have said freezing cold weather before the Texas freeze, but now we've learned so much because y'all taught us so much.
That's true. Yeah,
I think we would be fine in the freezing cold weather.
Mike, you're saying cold. Xenon, cold with snuggles. Everybody loves some snuggles. I love that. Nana, super hot with frozen mojitos. Yes, please.
All right.
Sign me up.
All right. That's legit.
Quincy wants to know, chiming in from...
Quincy asked, how's the baby doing? The baby is doing really good. We had another ultrasound on Thursday of this past week.
We're getting like all the ultrasounds.
Yeah, we've had to have all the ultrasounds. But there are some fun things about baby Fernandez that we have learned over the last couple of weeks. His or her, because we are still keeping it a surprise, not just from y'all, but we don't know if it's a boy or a girl either. And... apparently, its arms and legs are in the 90th percentile of length.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about 1.5 pounds now. We make some big babies on our side of the family, so...
It's only supposed to be like a pound right now. It's already 1.5 pounds.
We make some big babies. I was over 8 pounds, and my brother was over 9. He was 9 to 10.
I'm a little nervous.
I was like close to 9. Yeah, we make some big babies.
Hopefully,
and then sometimes if we're feeling sick, we act like babies too. But that's another story.
That's true too. But overall, baby Fernandez is doing great. They're completely healthy, which is like the most anybody can ever ask for. So we are very, very thankful and excited.
Deanna, baby will be a good runner. I love that. That is so awesome. Yes.
Daniel is keeping his hopes high.
I know. A little runner baby would be amazing. I just like that would just be so cool.
Okay. So what is our next
question? The next question is, these are really good questions. Because this one will really make you think. Would you rather bring your best friend camping for 1 week or 4 really good friends for 1 day? So you get your best friend for 1 week or 4 of your really good friends for a day.
I feel like we have some people who might be offended. Don't be offended on how we answer this question.
That's a tough one, right? Do you want to hang out with your best friend for a week, or do you want to bring 4 of your really good friends
for 1 day? I don't really know how you pick this.
Yeah. So retired, you're saying best friend for a week. Getaway gang, you're saying a week. 4 for 1, LOL. There you go. Best friend for 1 week. Yeah. Our rig's a little small for 5 people. Kyle, others. Best friend for a week.
That's true.
That's another good caveat. 1 for a week, 1 day. Camping would suck. Yep. If 2 of my friends are y'all for 2 days. Yes.
Yay!
I love it. BFF for a week. Best friend and lover for 1 week. There you go. 4 friends. Okay. Wow, it's
What are you
interesting that
picking?
we went against the grain here, and we chose 4 friends. I feel like if I knew I had one day with 4 of my really good friends, we would pack it in with so much
That's
awesomeness that would feel like we hung out for a week. Yeah,
That's
because
fair.
I feel like the more quality time, and I know like you can't. Quality time is important, right? So if you can like pack in 24 hours of quality time with 4 of your really good friends, that would mean the world.
Agreed. Well,
Yeah.
and I also said 4 friends for one day because of quality time. Because I feel like
Yeah.
anytime that we're camping and it's like for an entire week with our friends. So, for example, we made amazing new friends while we were at the content creators event. And we were all there
That's
for
true.
a little over a week. And we saw them over the weekend. And then like Monday came and we were like, back on our computers working and we're like super serious about it and like getting all this stuff done. And so it wasn't until Wednesday night that we got together with them again. And so like I feel like unless it's like a dedicated week.
I agree with that.
But we don't get very
like
many
a dedicated focus week. Yeah, I agree with that.
So maybe that's why we picked.
Banyo is camp with your best friend Allison, wife. That is a good answer there.
Daniel does that too.
I do. Yeah, I was camping with my best friend. Beyonce for a month. I love that answer.
That would be entertaining as all get out.
Beyonce for that's the caveat. The caveat is like no Jay-Z. Yeah, exactly. So
oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, what's the next question?
Okay, it is okay.
Number 9.
Number 9. If this is if you could only bring one thing, one of these things, would you rather bring
I know this one.
Bug spray or sunscreen? Interesting one. Would you rather bring bug spray or sunscreen? You can only pick one.
On your camping adventure.
To take in your camping adventure. Yeah. And you have to leave the other one behind.
I don't think this is a hard one at all. Although I probably should think it's a harder one considering how white I am right now in Florida.
Yeah, we haven't been getting a lot of vitamin D lately.
Yeah. Well, I've been ingesting a lot of vitamin D via all of my baby medicines.
That's true.
Number 9,
you're
bug
getting
spray,
vitamin
bug
D.
spray, bug spray, bug spray,
Yeah.
bug spray. Yes.
Yes.
Can it be a combination of bug sprays? I didn't even know that was a thing.
That is a thing, and I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Truth. I'm with y'all.
Yeah. Yep.
No
that was an
way,
easy
Hades.
one. We didn't get a lot of sunscreens here unless it was a combination. So
yeah, because bugs are the worstest.
Nobody wants to get citronella candle. Yeah. Sunscreen, just put it on thick. That's right. If you put on sunscreen thick enough, the bugs just kind of get
skeeters will stay
lost
away.
in the gel, I guess, right? You just like coat it on. Yeah. You just bathe in it.
Paul, bugs don't bother you? How can that be real? I used to say that bugs like love to bite me because I'm so sweet.
Paul's a military man. He's a tough dude. He could deal with some bugs.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So Charlotte, I'm with you. Charlotte, bugs. Give me a burn. I don't burn, so
yeah, that's cheating.
I've never worn sunscreen ever, which is I don't know, good or bad.
That's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even own sunscreen.
Let's see. Question number 10. So we're halfway through officially after this one.
Okay. Let's do it.
Would you rather go camping by yourself with gourmet food or camp with friends and only eat canned food? Did you make that one up or did you Google that?
I mean, it was a combination of some stuff. I kind of put my little spin on it.
I think that's a hilarious one for like the brain space it would take you to come up with that. Okay, so camping on your own with a gourmet, is there a chef?
I mean, there could be a chef, so like you get to camp by yourself, maybe with a chef, or you're camping with all of your like really good friends, but you can only eat like canned food. So we can add some caveats there.
I feel like eating canned would be hard. This beer town is canned food.
Kyle, I'm gonna go with yes on that one. But in the interest of it being all canned, it's only gonna be like Miller Lite, PBR. It's not gonna be any of your craft beers because that belongs with the gourmet part of the answer. So if you have the gourmet chef, you get like craft beers. If you're hanging out with your friends, Bud Light, Miller Lite, that's it.
True. Hey Wes, thanks for joining us on a live. We're excited. This is the first time y'all got to hang out with us live. That's awesome.
This is amazing.
Okay, I don't camp for gourmet food, but it's kind of like a Marriott kind of like
no canned foods.
thing. Okay.
MD. Okay.
I'm going friends with cans.
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't know if my friends would like me very much if they had to eat the same canned food that I would eat.
Yeah. I mean, literally.
So this is really funny, and I'm a little embarrassed that I'm going to tell y'all this, but we're going to go for it. So when we were hanging out with some of our friends at the content creators event last week, Daniel and I were talking about, they asked us, what do we eat since, we're vegetarian and vegan on some days. And so I told them, I was like, a normal breakfast, it's like overnight oats or like avocado toast, or I make a really good vegan cereal. And Daniel was like, really good is relative.
I don't think it's really good, but
what do you mean?
And everybody we're hanging out with agreed with me, I think.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody thought it was gross, but this falls into the category because you could do this with canned foods. I love to take a can of chickpeas, open them up, drain them, and then just add blueberries and pineapple, and then like sprinkle some chia seeds on top of them, and it totally tastes like cereal. And apparently everybody else, I got it out of this really healthy cookbook, so I didn't make it up.
Just because it's healthy doesn't mean it's good.
It's so good. I love it. And apparently everybody else thought that was just as gross as Daniel does.
Yeah, no.
So I don't think anybody would want to eat with me.
There's no way. There's no way. There's a lot of really good answers here. S'mores and your good buddies, and canned beer. A lot of canned stuff. I mean, you can do so.
I like this one. Malia says friends and surf.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, so like, even in college, I would take like a really cheap beer and pour it in some of the cheapest food and like steam it, and it would make the food better. So like I can get down with some cheap food. So I'm definitely opting for friends.
Malia says, is that when I'm pregnant? No, I love that all the time. It has nothing to do with my pregnancy, apparently.
Yeah.
And chickpeas, John, you're right. Chickpeas are amazing in the can. I feel like you really you can just eat them all the time.
Chickpeas are amazing in the can. It's when they come out of the can that's a problem. Yeah, that's
I love that a bunch of y'all think that no dress rehearsal. How much blueberry and pineapples are you adding in there? It's like equal parts chickpea, pineapple, blueberry.
Yeah.
So legit.
And Celia agrees with me. She's mostly vegan with the chickpeas and blueberries thing. That's yeah. And it sounds like Quincy from Facebook agrees with me as well. Chickpeas and fruit. It's
amazing. I swear you can't knock it until you try it. Daniel has tried it, so therefore he can.
You just have to take my word for it and not try it. I mean,
that's really good.
If you try it and it's terrible, just remember, I warned you.
I warned you. Protein. You got tons of nutrients from the fruit. It's great.
James, beer and brats, definitely.
All right, legit.
Yeah, I like beef stew in a can over a fire. Quincy, love y'all, but yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that one.
I really did not realize how weird that was until we were having that conversation the other night. Apparently, that's a really weird one.
It is.
My mom likes it.
Your mom would eat like nuts and berries, and she'd be happy. Yeah. She eats so healthy. I'm so jealous.
Deanna, let me know when you try it if you like it, because I promise it's really good.
Okay, here's a really, really good one. Next question is, would you rather, this is a tough one. Would you rather, this was one I got online. So would you rather camp in the spring or the fall? Would you rather camp in the spring or the fall?
I mean, obviously the answer is both, but while you contemplate that, I feel like this is a very relevant one. Daniel, would you rather eat the one chip challenge again or eat Lauren's vegan cereal each month?
Yeah, the one chip.
If y'all have not seen the one chip challenge video that Daniel and I did at the Airstream rally in July of this year, it is legitimately my favorite video that we have ever done. And make sure you go potty before you watch it, because the amount of laughing is real.
Because I absolutely slayed that one chip challenge. That's all you need to know. You don't even need to watch it. Just know that I crushed it, and I felt really bad for Lauren. She's on the struggle bus.
Celia, I feel like this is a very, very good question for this one. Why do we have to choose between fall and spring?
I agree with that. There's a lot of falls. Actually, there's a lot of springs here.
No, I think fall has like a majority of the love here.
Change of colors. Yeah. Retired life retire life. Like that's that one chip challenge, right? Like, didn't I absolutely crush that video, that chip? Yeah, I'm going fall. Mostly because I grew up in Florida and it was always like brutally hot in the summer. So when you started to get that like crispness in the air, we didn't have changing of leaves or anything. Fall is like, it goes from 100 to like 80. And that's like a Florida fall. And it feels amazing.
Yeah. I mean, Florida fall and Florida spring are kind of the same.
Yeah.
I love flowers.
It means Florida fall means like you're not going to pass out in the sun. And that is a really good time of year.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you shouldn't have to choose on that one for sure.
Yeah. Brian, have y'all been to Airstream of DFW? We have not been there yet. No. We've been to a couple. We've not been there. Yep. That's all I'm saying.
Austin.
I think so. Yeah. We stopped at a lot of dealers along the way throughout the country.
After the Texas freeze, we went to the dealership in Austin to make sure we hadn't like completely broken the Airstream.
We totally did.
And it turned out fine. We totally went, but the Airstream was fine. Even our batteries were okay. Which crazy.
Ignition 1991. The colors up north are. I mean, honestly, yes. True. Like that's something that I've gotten to experience this past while RVing. I mean, I think that before we RV'd, I never got to see the changing seasons. And people would always talk about it, and I never appreciated it as much as I do now. Gosh, and especially when we got up to northern Michigan, it was mind-blowing how vibrant the reds and the yellows and the oranges were up there. It was so cool to see.
I think I'm just a little tainted from fall lately, because it feel like when it turned fall, it got cold really quickly where we were at.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to be cold.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Okay, so... Here we go. So next question is, would you rather tell ghost stories or play games around the campfire? This one I got online.
This is a good one.
Ghost stories or play games around the campfire? Ghost stories or play games?
Okay, what do y'all think? Ghost stories or games? Deanna says games. Berea says games.
Yeah, Mission 1991.
Celia.
Yeah.
Hold on, small pause. Anna
you know,
asks about what happened to your hair.
I mean, it's getting longer. I had a little bit trimmed in the back, but the length is still there. So
I was on the man bun train.
I'm not on the man bun train, but I am mirroring this hairstyle after a male supermodel photo that Lauren gave me. We'll see how close I get in a few months.
Yeah, he's having to grow this part out so it'll match the length of the rest of it, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so,
James says use a telescope to watch the stars. That's a good really fun.
That would be really,
okay.
Really cool.
I picked play games.
Yeah. Okay, and I put pranks, because that's one of my favorite things to do. So I will call that a game, but I'm quite the prankster.
Campfire pranks? That sounds terrifying.
It's kind of a blend between like ghost stories and like, I mean.
I guess I should watch out.
Yeah.
Daniel likes watching all of those prank YouTube videos of the couples, and he always shows me the videos of like the couples playing jokes on each other.
Yeah.
But I am really not convinced that is good for a marriage or relationship.
It's kind of like when we did that one chip challenge and you ate a Dorito and I ate the world's hottest chip. Remember that?
That wasn't a prank.
You must have.
No.
You like clearly slipped a Dorito in there.
No, that wasn't a prank. That was just reality.
I don't know.
No, we just learned that I'm way better at food than you.
Yeah, we're gonna see what this looks like with some long hair here. We're gonna check. Yeah.
Okay, so Paul says ghost stories. We have a series of ghost stories here. So that's a real thing. I don't like scary stories. I probably have nightmares.
Yeah, you don't watch scary anything.
No, I don't
typically
do
like if I want to watch something scary, I'll watch it when you're not here or sleeping or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
this is truth.
Yeah. Pappy's Tesla. What happened to the mullet? Man, that mullet was. My hair grows fast though, so this was a mullet not that long ago. Now it's.
Pappy, I can't deal with any more of the mullet.
Yeah.
I told Daniel we are gonna have to have maternity photos soon.
Yeah.
And we're already living.
That's how she sold me on it.
And I am barefoot currently, so barefoot, pregnant, living in a trailer, and Daniel had a mullet. So that was
that sounds pretty epic.
That sounds pretty epic. The top. So I told him he couldn't have a mullet for for the shoot. And Vanessa asked, what's the gender of the baby? So, Vanessa, we have decided that we are those really crazy, weird people who want to make it a surprise to not only like all of our friends and family like y'all, but to ourselves. So we have no idea. We've literally, in each one of our ultrasounds that we've been going to, we go in and we're like, okay, we don't want to know the gender.
Yeah.
Don't tell us the gender. Tell us when to close our eyes. So we've literally been closing our eyes so that we miss whether baby Fernandez is a boy or a girl in each one of our ultrasounds, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, there's a good one. It says, Face of D, Lauren handles hot, better, hot, recognizes hot. That's a good one. I got you there.
Thank
yeah,
you,
it was an epic fail, man. I'm never gonna live that video down ever.
Vanessa, you're not the only one who has told us they absolutely could not wait to find out the gender. We had a conversation with my family about this last night, and my brother-in-law was like, no, if I had 100 babies, I would still know at that 8-week mark what the gender was. Because apparently now these days you can totally, so we had genetic testing and all that kind of good stuff done around like the 8-10 week mark.
Yeah.
And they can tell the baby's gender
real fast
from a blood test of mom's blood. How crazy is that?
I know.
So yeah, but we're keeping it a surprise. We're really excited about it.
Yeah. Would you rather see us have a boy or a girl? Oh, how about that one?
Oh, that's a terrifying, scary story.
I just made that up on the fly.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't know what we're having.
So what is our next question on our would you rather?
So would you rather roast marshmallows or hot dogs?
Oh, this is a super easy one.
Question is, would you rather roast marshmallows or hot dogs?
Hey, I need this for a second.
Pappy, so you got 14 grandkids and 4 great grandkids.
That's amazing.
Nice. We're getting some good answers here. I dropped the pen. Pen down.
Floor monster.
Yeah. James, both good answer. Chris, hot dogs. Paul, hot dogs. John, marshmallows, s'mores. Yes. One of the things that we've probably brought this up before, but there it is. Yeah. Lauren eats her s'mores with peanut butter.
It's the greatest thing on the entire planet, and why I would pick marshmallows, obviously.
You're gonna have to call it something but other than s'mores. Well, I guess you just, because s'mores can only be made with chocolate,
I don't like
peanut butter, and graham crackers.
No, you replace the chocolate.
Marshmallow.
Well, you can have, if you like chocolate, you can keep the chocolate on there, but it's preferred.
Yeah.
No.
Pappy's,
no, definitely not Jeff. I like fancy peanut butter. Like the kind that you get at the store that they like grind it. It's just peanuts. That's my favorite.
Yeah, mine was hot dogs. I love hot dogs. Like the vegan version of hot dogs.
That's true.
Yeah. It's been, yes.
Yes, John. Peanut butter on anything rules. If you haven't had a s'more with peanut butter,
peanut butter cups. Okay, so that is something I can get down with.
Okay, I can see that.
That's something I can get down with. So don't compromise. Just get peanut butter cups and do them both.
Replace the marshmallows with Peeps.
Game changer.
Can you really roast Peeps?
I feel like, well, we're just gonna have to try that.
Oh man, that's a real thing.
That sounds amazing.
Our nephews would love that.
They would love that.
That'd be very fun.
We'll have to do that next family outing when we have a fire. No doubt.
Oh, hey, Bonnie and Brendan. It's good to see y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes.
And I saw Jill chiming in there as well. Yes. Okay. Okay, what is are we wondering what is in a vegan hot dog? I don't know. I think it's,
we have some in the refrigerator, so you could look, but I don't know.
I don't really know what's in a vegan hot dog. I don't ask. Kind of like I don't ask what's in a hot dog when I ate hot dogs.
You don't want to know what's in that either.
I don't know.
Probably equally bad for you, though.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so where are we at right here? We are okay, so this is a good one. You want to ask this one?
Oh yeah. Okay. Question number 14. When camping, would you rather see a bear or a large snake outside of your tent?
You have to pick one. It's unfortunate, but you have to choose. Like,
Are we assuming we're in a tent, or can we be in the Airstream?
No, if you're in the Airstream, it doesn't matter what's outside. You
Okay,
can just,
so
like, lock the
you
door.
mean like a legit tent?
Yeah, like you have to be in a tent, right? And then like there's a couple things outside your tent, and like, would you rather see a bear outside of your tent or a snake?
This is a neither question. This is not even a both. This is a neither.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, Al saying snake, NMD. Yeah, we've got some good answers here. Dr. Honeydew List, you're saying bear. Berea is saying bear, owl, snake, bear. Wow, there's like
I mean, are we camping in Florida and seeing
a
large
bear.
snakes?
I hate snakes.
They have some really big snakes in Florida now. Are we talking like really big snake?
I mean, they do have some pretty big snakes, especially in South Florida. You've got the oh man,
Anacondas.
No, that's in the Amazon.
Yeah, but they have them in Florida now too, because people have been making them pets and then they're letting them go.
No, they're not anacondas. They're crap. Species they are.
Okay,
they start off
we
as
need
pet
help
snakes
on what those pet snakes are in Florida that are terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know what to put on this one.
And
boa constrictors.
That's
okay.
So yeah, bear can tear into your tent. A snake can't. Wow, there's some really good answers here. Everglades snakes are awful, John.
Is the snake poisonous?
I mean, those are
very good questions.
I love the follow-up questions. That is the best. Yeah, because
I don't like this one.
That might change your answer. Yeah.
I think.
Oh, okay.
I think if we're in a tent.
Saying pythons. Okay, so I'm gonna go with.
That's a hard one. I don't really like that question. What are you picking?
Yogi Bear. That's a really good answer as well. Pythons. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pick. We've got a bear goes for food. Snakes go for the ankles. Okay, there you go. Pythons. Okay, pythons in South Florida.
I'm
going with bear.
Are you really?
Yeah, I feel like
Well, you did get bear spray the other day.
I know, but like I feel like unless it's like a really big bear, I'll throw down. Like I'll throw down if it comes at me.
Can someone please explain to my husband that is a really stupid idea?
Snakes. I don't know. Like I don't get down with snakes. I hate snakes.
Oh.
I don't hate snakes, but I don't know. I feel like they're like a snake can like. Depending on if it's poisonous, can bite you, and certain toxins can stop your heart from beating.
That I am choosing.
With a bear,
it seems like it's easier to get away.
A bear, at least they've got a fighting chance. I think. The correct answer is just don't go outside of your tent. But if they,
I don't know what you're supposed to do if that's the case. Hey Martha, thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah,
Bill saying it's a bad idea to try to like tackle the bear. If he comes at me, it's game on. Yeah, I'm throwing some kill shots. If he starts charging me, or I'm just gonna cuddle him. Maybe he just wants a cuddle. Maybe he's like running because he's like I want to cuddle. And no, that's not happening.
No,
I don't know.
No, I'm hoping we're in the Airstream if we see any of this horribleness.
That's true. I hope we do see bears. I mean, that's definitely something I definitely want to see. Okay, so the next question is.
Oh, wait a second. We have to make a note here that this is an important thing. Bill says, bad idea, Daniel.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I feel like a bad idea is how we lead into most of our conversations when we're doing stupid stuff and then we record it. She'll say, this is a bad idea. And I go, let's grab the camera, let's make sure we get it on camera.
Okay. The next question, because I am baffled by being able to create a right answer for that one.
Yeah.
Number 15. Would you rather? Oh, hold on. Bill, shout out. Although $2.
Hey, listen, there's some life insurance doesn't cost a lot these days. Yeah. Yeah, although they might charge me a premium for my life insurance. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely there's a premium for Daniel's life insurance.
Yeah. So there's that goes to the life insurance fund. I love that.
Okay. Would you rather sleep in late or wake up early at a campsite? Sleep in late, wake up early. I already know your answer. So I want to know y'all's.
Sleep in late or get up early.
Mm-hmm. This is a life mantra for me.
Okay. So sleeping late or get up early. Okay, wow. We've got a lot of early birds here. There's very few people that want to actually sleep in late. Wes,
Oh,
Wes and
yes, Brea.
Anna wants to sleep in late. Everybody else, Carolina,
Wake up
wake up
early.
early.
Beautiful views and
Yeah.
coffee. Agreed.
No dress rehearsal. Wake up for the sunrise. Wow, there's some amazing. What's late? It is relative. H love. Relative. Wake up early to make my honey breakfast. Oh, that is awesome. Chris, you're saying definitely late. I have a caveat. It's late unless I'm training for a race. Because there's no such thing as endurance training without getting up at the crack of dawn and running 1,000,000 miles, whether you like it or not. So that is my caveat. Late unless training for a marathon or endurance
Yeah,
race.
and I'm definitely a wake up early. It doesn't matter whether I'm camping or just like living life. I appreciate like the time in the morning where no one is awake to bug you.
Yeah. No, it's, I mean, late. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Well, some people just.
I think I get up at least an hour before Daniel most days so that I can like quietly make my tea and like read a book or get some work done or whatever. I'm a morning person for sure.
Yeah, Deanna, that's a good point. Good cup of coffee and a sunrise, beautiful experience. That is 100% true.
This is a good point.
Versus early.
Javi says sleeping in is for cruises.
I mean, that is a good point. That is a great point. Yeah. So
you also have to stay up late.
Well, I think it's easier to sleep in, and tell me if I'm wrong here. And for those of you that have been on a lot of cruises, it depends on where you're positioned on the ship. If you're down sort of below deck where there's like not a lot of big windows, then you're probably going to sleep in a lot more than probably like
when Daniel. So was that my 21st birthday that you took me on my first cruise ever?
Yeah.
We went on my first cruise ever for my 23rd birthday, maybe. That's true. You didn't know when you're 21.
You're still.
Okay, so for my 23rd birthday, Daniel took me on my first, what they call here in Florida, booze cruises. Thank you, Bill.
Booze cruises are what you do when you're from Florida and you go on like a 4-day cruise because you're not really going to be getting to see a lot. You're going to spend a lot of time on the ship. So they're just, I mean, that's what we would call booze cruises.
And we went with a bunch of our friends, and I don't know how we got a room that was it so last minute or
cheap.
Something. Okay, we got a really cheap room, and it had no windows. No windows. And I apparently have the world's strongest internal clock.
Yeah.
Because every single day I was awake at 5 or 6 a.m. like I normally am, and Daniel could sleep till 2. And it was I was so annoyed about it.
I now get, Bill, while you're writing this, get ready for waking up at all times.
Yeah, I think that's in our near future.
Yeah. So, with baby on the way, we should probably be getting a lot of sleep now because maybe we won't get as much sleep when baby comes. I would like to think that the baby will just we'll get one of those
magic babies,
unicorn babies that just sleeps throughout the night. I've heard they exist. I've heard of them existing, but I've yet to find anyone who's actually had one of these unicorn babies.
Yeah, if you had a unicorn baby, I want to know about it because I don't know anybody who's done it.
Yeah, we hear a lot of having to get up every couple of hours. I guess we have to get ready for that. We're not that far off now.
Yeah. No, we're not. So my due date is May 27th.
Yeah.
And it is February 6th, which is crazy. So that's coming very, very quickly. Truth.
That's true.
Martha says lots of power naps.
I like power naps. I actually love power naps. So I concur with that one. Elizabeth, on a cruise, you've got to have a balcony. We're with you all the way.
I won't ever go on a cruise ever again that does not have windows.
Yes.
Ever.
And honestly, when we did if you haven't done the Alaskan cruise, that is so amazing.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful cruise.
But I feel like
for my birthday too.
Yeah. So I feel like if you're
do cruises for my birthday.
I did do that. But
that was for my 30th. That was so fun.
Advantages of doing I feel like you almost have to do you don't have to do anything, but it's more enjoyable probably to have a balcony when you're doing an Alaskan cruise because you can just sit out there in the patio and just soak it all in. You get to see so many cool things.
Well, and then our friends Tina and Mark, they had a balcony. Ours was on the side of the ship. They got a balcony that was on the back of the ship. And knowing what we do now, we would so get an Alaskan cruise with the balcony
back of the ship was
because
amazing.
they twist the ship around when you go and see like some of the glaciers,
Yeah.
which are insanely beautiful, and so you get like multiple views from the back of the ship. That's kind of unique.
And one of the really cool things is that because we were sitting on the balcony a good part of the day, and even when we were just hanging out, we got to see a lot of whales. Yeah,
We
the
love
whales.
Alaska.
I mean, that I'll never forget that ever.
Truth. Okay, Amelia asks,
Yeah.
are we going, or Malia asks, are y'all going to try to make it to International in Maine? Yes, 100%.
Yes.
So we have obviously pediatric appointments in June that we are going to be doing, but fingers crossed if everything goes well, we are really excited about the Airstream International Rally in Maine.
Yes, and Bill, Alaska 2023 with RV 100%. Ryan, are we still playing 100%
yes,
as
okay,
well?
Ryan, good point.
And the next question is...
would you rather canoe or kayak?
Canoe or kayak?
Canoe or kayak?
Let's see. Canoe or kayak?
The Wads! What up, y'all? Thanks,
Love you guys. Eleanor is up watching here. Oh, canoe or kayak?
Mainly because I have. Oh, nice. Oh, Malia says paddleboard. Okay.
Paddleboard. We have done a little bit of paddleboarding.
I like paddleboarding.
Yeah. Canoe or kayak? Chris is going with neither.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Brea's saying kayak, too many terrible stories.
Heard.
Oh my goodness. Kayak.
Oh, this is
a lot
good,
of kayaks.
Celia. Watch people canoeing and kayaking from the shore while drinking a glass of wine.
Amen to that.
That's totally fair answer.
Amen to that. Yeah.
Oh, John, this is a good point. Canoe, more room for other rowers. I love it.
Yep. I think with the kayaks, you can do what, 2, I think, right?
Oh, look, Kyle's telling us why Berea says they have horror stories. Berea loves to flip them over.
Kyle, that is exactly why I wrote canoe. Literally, like that. I feel like it's half the fun.
I wrote kayak so I can be in charge.
Yeah, I mean, canoe is fun because, like, if you have somebody that is a little like panicked, you can kind of like rock it a little bit, and that's.
I am
just
not
fun.
usually panicked.
No, not you. No, we're pretty good. We're like team canoers. We crush canoeing and kayaking, but I feel like with canoe, maybe this goes back to like my prank side of things. Like I would, if my brother, for instance, was on the front of the canoe, I would like canoe us right into like trees with like bugs and stuff, and he's
cool.
like, cool. And that was always so funny.
Kimberly says kayak with a motor.
Canoe is unstable. Yes, canoe is very unstable. I have flipped. God, I bet a lot of you have. Like I've flipped in rivers here in Florida with gators on the shoreline. I mean, when you grow up in Florida, you're not really too worried about the gators because they're just in every body of water. But a lot of people panic when they drop in the water and there's gators.
I mean, I wouldn't be really excited about seeing a gator in a kayak or
they
a
are
canoe.
More terrified of us than we are of them, guaranteed.
Yeah, they're big though.
Unless you're near a nest, but that's pretty much it. Brea, yes, never trust your significant other. That is so true. They do have, Deanna, you're saying they have kayaks with motors. I 100% agree with that. I've seen some of that.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I thought that was a joke.
Yeah, no, and a lot of people are doing a lot of fishing in kayaks as well. So, I mean, well, you can fish in both, obviously, but if you've got something with a motor, you can you kind of get to that, a little less work. It's kind of like e-bikes. It's like the e-bikes of kayaks.
Truth.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
The next question, number 17.
Yeah.
Camp deep in the woods or at a campground with lots of amenities? This is a very mood dependent question.
Yeah, because we've toggled. So if you had the option, would you rather camp deep in the woods or at a campground with lots of amenities? Oh, gosh.
I'm assuming camping deep in the woods means you're boondocking.
I'm getting that vibe too. Yeah.
Versus.
So really, it's more of like would you rather boondock or at a campground with tons of amenities? Like we just came from Margaritaville campground, and it had a ton of amenities. And it's just opened a year or so ago. So tons of amenities, lots of cool stuff to do, but definitely not boondocking. So the question is, would you rather camp deep in the woods or at a campground with lots of amenities? Okay, so we're getting some Nana camp, glamp deep in the woods. That's a really, I like that caveat. NMD deep in the woods, Deanna campgrounds. John, you're saying amenities. Pinball is essential. We actually just came from a campground, I think, that had pinball. Yeah. Wes, you're saying the woods. Martin, you're from Facebook, you're saying campground with amenities. Jason in the sticks. Campground because we have the kid. Yes, and we might change our mind actually after we have a kid, but right now,
I mean, I glamp. I feel like that is like a statement that we were talking about this the other day at the content creators event. People are like, "Oh, the RV lifestyle, you know, there are so many negatives to it." And we're like, we don't actually live like camping life. Like, I glamp. We glamp.
Yeah. Paul, your wife is saying campground with lots of amenities. Can you take a campground in the woods? The answer is yes, and
that's true.
We've personally taken our campground in the woods, and we know so many others that do. The only thing you have to be cognizant of is the low clearance, which is why a lot of people will, if they know they're going to be doing a lot of boondocking, will add a lift kit to an Airstream.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a 3-inch lift kit that gives you a little bit more clearance when you're going sort of off road, off grid.
Okay, what did you pick?
I put the woods. Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. I think it's because, like you said, it's kind of like mood dependent.
Yeah.
We're on the East Coast, and there's not a lot of boondocking opportunities.
Nope.
So because of that,
well,
I'm kind
we've
of like
had the joy
the
of playing what I'm calling the Florida Campground Shuffle.
Yeah.
Because we were not planning on staying in Florida for longer than really through the beginning of February. But then we've had some stuff come up, which we'll fill y'all in on soon in one of our upcoming videos with my health and the baby. The baby's doing amazing, so we're good. But we can't travel anymore. And so we're here in Florida, but there are like 10 gajillion snowbirds down here right now. And
so true.
You pick up the phone and you're like, I looked on your website and it shows there's no availability. And they're like, well, when do you want to book for it? And I'm like, in a couple weeks from now. And they're like, oh,
yeah,
no,
we can add you to our waiting list.
No, most of them don't even have a waiting list. There are only a handful of campgrounds that even have a waiting list. And they're like, so I'm like, so they're saying there's like no chance. And I've literally had people laugh at me on the phone. That has been a real thing.
The no vacancy thing is definitely, we were supposed to be up north, which is why we didn't plan to be down here in Florida. So because we're down here in Florida and we're not able to move because of Baby Fernandez right now, we're having a hard time finding campgrounds. It is literally the no vacancy thing you hear about.
Yeah. But we're staying at a really cool hip camp this week. If you don't know what hip camp is, it's basically like the Airbnb version of RV spots.
Yeah.
And so we found a hip camp where we could stay for a week. And then we were able to find another campground a week after this one. So we're like not totally homeless yet, but we have had a series of questions about whether or not we're going to be able to find somewhere to get to stay in the Airstream, at least until all the snowboards leave.
I see some conversations here about Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree is amazing. Honestly, it's so cool. Martha, Chris would figure out, he would get a projector and play a movie outside. That would be so much fun. You know, camping in the woods, getting a projector and just like projecting it on the side of the RV. That would be really, really, really fun.
Truth.
Retired life. Definitely glampers. Jill, you're saying you go with the kayak. Let's see. I was once. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. There's an RV show in Jacksonville, Florida this week.
We did not know that.
We definitely want to go to more RV shows because we get to hang out with our kind of people. You know, I feel like anybody who embarks on this lifestyle is adventurous. Like you're basically going against the grain and you're doing some things that other people wouldn't even consider doing. So you're always our kind of people and we love to hang out. And that's one of the reasons why we're so excited to start planning a meetup.
Yep. True.
And it's going to be fun and locally focused, and more details to
It's gonna
follow.
be awesome.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yep.
what is the next question?
The next question is Okay, the next question is: would you rather have a travel trailer or fifth wheel? And we're mostly asking you because we're curious.
Because we don't know our answer to this question.
Selfishly, we don't know. So we're asking, would you rather have a travel trailer or a fifth wheel?
Yeah, truth.
Because everybody's like they're telling us you definitely need a fifth wheel. And then everybody else is saying you're fine with a travel trailer. That's the way to go. So it'll be interesting to hear what you guys have to say about that. Martha's already chimed in with the fifth wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, so Doug,
Martha
you're saying the
says
grand
travel
opening of the
trailer.
RV1 in Jacksonville this weekend. And I think Matt's RVs is up there,
Matt's
right?
RVs is one up
Is
there.
it Matt up there already? I'm pretty sure he's doing some
I think
live streams
so.
from up there. Yeah, Matt's such a good dude. If you haven't checked out Matt's RV channel, he's a really good friend. He's such a good dude. Let's see. Fifth wheel, the room is key. Travel trailer. Let's see. Bill, you're thinking fifth wheel. You sure it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you're super tall? Travel trailer, better have a baby. Ron, Malia, you're saying Airstream, and yes, definitely. Like, we're totally happy with Airstream. Jason, fifth wheel for the room.
Yeah. I
What
think
are you
this
getting
is
here?
good. Martha says, Chris says the fifth wheel pulls nicer than our previous travel trailer. I feel like we've heard a lot of people say that they like the way their fifth wheel pulls and it is easier than a travel trailer.
Well, it would definitely be easier to. I feel like you don't have to worry about like hitting the tailgate, not the tailgate, but the
You mean like
the rear
that
quarter
light
panel of
that
the
you,
truck when you. I mean, I'm not saying I've cracked our tail light before, but I might have cracked our tail light before, and that was in the first week. So
I don't think you can do that with a fifth wheel. But we saw a truck the other day at a campground, and he had a fifth wheel, and you could tell he dropped the fifth wheel on the back of the truck.
Man, yeah, the fifth wheel came right out of that little gooseneck thing there and just smashed it.
The truck bed thingamaduchy looked pretty
I think it'd be a lot cheaper to replace a tail light than like the bed of the truck just looks like it was caved in. That would be tough.
Yeah.
He clearly didn't have it locked in before he pulled away, so that's tough. Yeah, let's see.
I'm gonna go with travel trailer just because I don't know what the fifth wheel would be like.
I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna go TT because I think maybe we'll have to like go up to like meet up with Matt and like
we need to
tow a fifth wheel around the parking lot. Actually, we can't because
I wonder if we could
250.
Well, yeah, we need a bigger truck.
That's another thing. Like,
can you rent a F350?
Yeah, I mean, like with a fifth wheel, especially with some of the size of some of these fifth wheels, we would definitely need a larger truck. We've got a 3/4 ton truck, 250, but man, some of these are
I love
huge.
this. Love Subin says, only question is big Airstream or small Airstream?
Oh. I mean, I saw that Basecamp X at the show, and it was really, really cool. I mean, if you were just going out for weekends, a 4-wheel drive vehicle and a Basecamp X, and you could just go like, you could probably get to some of the hardest spots ever to camp with the most majestic views ever.
Truth.
And you're not doing that with a 30-foot. So that would be cool. So I think there's like pros and cons to each.
Oh, look. Yeah. Martha says we can collaborate and then try their setup.
I think
y'all were totally taking y'all up on that.
I think we probably need to do that. Yep.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think Kara and Nate did that too. They did like Earth Roamers. They did a bunch of like different types of RVs.
Thing is freaking cool.
Yeah. Anna, the Airstream. Yes. All about it.
Whole nother level of cool.
There's a lot of stuff going on with the Airstream. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the Airstream video that we released a few weeks ago, but you definitely want to check it out. Not necessarily just because it's Airstream, but because that technology is going to be incorporated in a lot of different brands and manufacturers.
Well, because it was built by Thor. It's not just Airstream.
Exactly. So it's
and
really
Thor owns like everybody.
Yeah, I mean they tricked it out for the
Airstream and like all of the things.
Exactly.
So the cool thing about it being a concept
yeah, it really was. Yeah,
vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like eventually things from it will like turn up in other RVs, which would be really cool.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Next to last question.
I might have written this myself.
Obviously. Okay. So we know what Daniel's answer is going to be to this in alignment with all the other things that he's already answered. But our next to last question is, would you rather camp somewhere that offered an adventure package or a spa package? Again, adventure package or a spa package? I feel like, to be fair, this is very mood dependent as well.
I agree with you. I mean, we're crazy. We've done some crazy stuff. Go back and look at like the Utah videos, or like sliding down the mountain on a tube and jumping off of buildings in Vegas. So we have done our fair share of crazy things. Man. So the options are
spa or adventure.
Are you choosing an adventure package or a spa package?
You can always go out for a spa package any day, Berea. That's very true. Martha, we love you too. Spa is a very reasonable choice.
Yeah. A spa adventure package. Hello, Aaron. Jason is saying adventure all day. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Dr. Honeydew List, adventure is for life. Yes, we feel like, I mean, that's how we've lived our life for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. A baby pool for the due date. Have you guys thought about a baby pool for the due date?
Oh, that'd be very fun. We should do that.
What does that mean?
Like everybody guessing when the baby's actually going to show
Oh,
up.
a baby pool. Oh, we should totally do that.
So we're going to be running again. Yeah. Daniel's definitely going to be running. Hopefully I'm going to be running as well.
Pool.
The Chicago Marathon. And so we need to start coming up with cool creative ideas for how we can raise money, and a baby pool for the due date is a really good one, Paul. I'm writing that down.
I love that idea. We'll do a baby bedding pool. Yes.
That's hilarious.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, Mark says a spa with wine. Can't beat that. I feel like that's real. Okay, I'm picking spa. And I usually wouldn't pick spa. I'm usually more of an adventure kind of gal.
Yeah.
But I have not. I mean, I can't be really that adventurous right now. So I'm choosing the spa package.
I'm choosing adventure and then spa. Because after adventuring and doing like tons of epic stuff,
then you need to go to the spa.
I mean, clearly.
So you didn't choose.
I didn't choose. No. Even though I wrote this question, I definitely did not choose. Because like after like whitewater rafting for like 6 or 7 hours, I was like, man, a spa would be so amazing right now.
I don't know. I think I want a nap after whitewater rafting for several hours.
That was crazy. If you guys, man, we need to do some behind the scenes video, because the whitewater rafting in Colorado where we shot the KOA video was so crazy. We were one of 3 rafts, and we were the only raft that didn't flip over.
That's true.
And the other 2 were in total, like, it was total chaos. Like, bodies floating. Some guy, like, hit his head on a rock and was bleeding everywhere.
Carolina, we have to take a pause for the super sticker. Woo-woo! Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, so definitely check out the video from Colorado. I don't know if we covered that guy. Like, that was crazy.
It was crazy.
We were so lucky.
Well, we were just kind of learning how to film an adventure like that, because that was kind of challenging in and of itself, but it was fun.
Yeah, Nana Train, you thought pool suggestion meant water birth? I'm not.
Well,
so did I. I thought the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly what I thought.
If everything goes well over the next, I don't know, couple of weeks, month, whatever. My game plan is to hopefully still have a natural birth, like non-medicated, the whole 9. And I'm definitely looking at birthing centers down here in Florida, because we were going to have the baby in Nashville. Now I've got to have the baby in Florida, that have water birth as an option.
Yeah.
Hoping to do this hippie style.
Yep. The one thing we don't want is to actually have the baby in the Airstream.
That's very true.
People have asked us, like, we're really going to do that, like have it inside here, but the answer is a hard no.
I mean, if it happened, it happened, but that would not be the game.
If it happened, then that would be not
That'd be
good.
an interesting video.
Good. I don't know. I've never seen a baby delivered, but I can imagine that it's probably not like, it could probably be messy.
Yeah,
but
probably a little too messy for the Airstream.
Exactly.
Okay, we're finally on the last question.
Okay. Yep. Don't forget the floaties in the pool. There's some really good you guys have been making us laugh so much tonight. It's amazing.
Okay. Question number 20. go on one long trip in your RV or take several shorter trips? One long trip or several trips? I guess this assumes you're not living in it full time.
Yeah, I guess so. Because if you're, yeah.
Okay, longer trips or shorter trips?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Dr. Honeydew List, no baby streaming. Nope. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be doing a live stream of the birth. You're not going to see that.
We are going to do a video of it.
We're going to do a video of it.
It's going to be very tasteful and not gross.
And listen, if you're betting on the baby pool, then you're definitely going to want to see what happens, right? Because we won't even know until it comes out. So,
truth.
Is it going to be a boy?
Or is it going to be a girl? We don't know.
We really don't know, honestly. Yeah.
Okay, Brea says, how short of a trip? I guess like a week.
It's a good question.
A long weekend kind of thing, short. Versus like, I guess a long trip is like multiple weeks.
Long like plus. Forever. Yeah, I like that too.
Long like forever.
Yeah. I love that answer. That's basically how we feel right now. We've done both. I mean, honestly, like we've done the
short weekend trips to places and longer stays.
We've also, and when we traveled internationally, we were notorious for like going to Europe and trying to hit like 1 million countries because we were trying to check them all off. And that is, while amazing, a lot of work.
It's kind of exhausting.
It's kind of exhausting. Yeah. But then again, you don't want to like go to Europe and then like just see one place either. So like there's that part that's really, really hard to overcome because you're like, we're so close to everything else.
Yeah.
I'm right next to Liechtenstein and Luxembourg. Which is probably two
gotta
things.
See it all.
It's probably two things you've never said in your life, but that's what I said we were over there near Germany and stuff.
Okay. Did you write an answer?
Yeah.
Are you choosing long or short?
Oh yeah, you picked. Okay, there we go.
Long
trip.
I picked long specifically because I want to be able to take it slow. I hate feeling rushed.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the short stuff is fun for a short period of time, but then you get really burnt out really fast.
Well, and with a longer trip, it's okay if you have to work a little bit.
Yeah. Jill's coming in a little bit later here with a spa package, and Jill, I feel you, Jill, with that spa package.
Jill is doing a long or a short trip as long as it includes a spa package. She doesn't care.
Yeah. Malia, you said you just spent 2 days planning the trip, stressful planning, all the miles and stops, and then campsites are full.
Yeah, that's rough.
Wow. I guess we're gonna be
RV life or RV wannabe. Agreed. Same applies to RV life. Got to keep going as long as you can. Yeah, slower is so much better than.
I agree.
Than fast.
Yeah,
for sure. I love it. Okay, so, those are our total of our 20 questions of Would You Rather. So we appreciate y'all coming to hang out with us tonight and play our little silly game. I think it was very telling as to where Gino and I are at in life right now.
This was fun. I love this. I love and some of the answers are, gosh, whenever we can make it interactive like this, it's so much fun.
It makes it way more fun.
It does.
It makes it feel like y'all are actually hanging out with us in the Airstream for the evening, which we love.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite things to do.
Okay, so things to mention before we call it a wrap for this Sunday evening.
Recaps. On
the 20th of this month, we are going to be doing another live with our friends, Pause for Love.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Pause for Love. Sean and Christina also experienced the crazy Texas freeze. And it has been exactly a year since that came to pass. So we're going to do a fun live with them and talk about all the things that we've learned and all that good stuff there. What other things? We're planning a meetup soon. We're thinking it's going to be late summer. So if you have insight into where you think that should be, feel free to shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram. We are definitely taking suggestions. We're hoping to do it somewhere that's a little more centralized.
And we're coordinating with a professional planner. This is not going to be on us. So you're not going to have to worry about showing up to a campground and them not having your reservations. We're going to have all of it locked and loaded. And we're talking to other people who are coordinating things like this. The best part is to just hang out, create a sense of community. share stories. Everybody gets to talk to each other, experience the local vibe, which is so very important to us as well. And just be part of that community wherever that community is.
Yep. So it's going to be really fun. So stay tuned for more of that. And then I think that's all I got for today. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We love y'all all to the moon and back. And we'll see y'all soon. Make sure you wander local this week. Because as you know, it's good for the soul. Bye, guys.
And thank you so much, Ignition.
Wait a second. Okay, we can't quit. We ain't getting it yet. We have a super chat.
Yeah.
So come up to the Connecticut River Valley, Putney, Bellows Falls, Brattlesboro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vermont, New Hampshire. Okay.
That's legit. So we'll be putting some of that research in because I do not know where half of those places are.
Yeah.
But that sounds epic.
Love 7 does. We'll have to check it out.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Until next week, guys. We'll see y'all soon.
We genuinely appreciate you all. Until next time.